21st of April, Friday. All right, guys, you can hear that I have very difficulty to speak out loud because I'm suffering from COVID at that time. No kidding you. And I'm having breathlessness right now. My eyes is droopy and I can't really, you know, the typical sore throat and the sore body and stuff like that. But I felt that this is a very important message that I need to share with you. So that's the reason why all the Tesla fans, NASDAQ fans, traders, you must watch this video because the new king Kimbal is in. All right, in case you want to ask who is this guy, he is the brother of this Elon Musk. Let's go into detail, shall we? Let's go. Now, disclaimer apply as usual, and thank you, Ames, for the kind sponsorship. Now, this is really incredible. This is my third time suffering on COVID, and this is really, really bad. But if you know that Singapore have cases surging up recently, although it's not going to overwhelm what happened previously, but the numbers is definitely coming up. So this is driven by a mix of XBB subvariants such as XBB 1.5, XBB 1.9, XBB 1.16, and of course this is called the Arcturus, with no evidence of increasing severity in cases. Now, I don't feel as bad as the first time, to be honest with you, but it's just that it's just so tiring, and it's also making my work life, my family life difficult. So that is the reason why I think that everyone should be taking care of yourself, yeah? And of course, you can see the cases really went out after the March period. Don't you realize that it's because I think during the March period, a lot of us go overseas, right? So probably that's my feel and that's what happened, okay? Whatever, thank you guys to those who have sent me the get well wishes. I really thank you for that, all right? Okay, but I think that this the 3rd of May, the next Wednesday, the following Wednesday, we're still going for this Tomahawk King. So guys, continue to send your video comment and we will collect them. And next Saturday, we will do the spin the wheel lunch with Cal thingy. This place is actually at 324 Changi Road. If you guys want to try out on your own, please feel so. The food is excellent. If you like beef, of course. If you're looking for like other else, you must understand this is a halal restaurant, yeah? Okay. Now, thank you guys for the sign up. Wow, we have hit more than 120 packs. I think about hit 130 right now. Really amazing. And I really appreciate that. Please set your friend to come in because I will be telling you what happened in 1929, 1973, 2000, and 2022. And more important is how can you use my new system called the TWB Crazy System, TCS, to assist your trading. You will be stunned by the accuracy. All right. So let's recap what happened last night. Well, the Dow Jones is down by 110, the NASDAQ down by 102, and the S&P down by 25 points. Now, I've been very vocal the last few weeks. I've been saying one very important point is that be careful of the NASDAQ. And I did mention that if Bitcoin comes off yesterday, most likely the NASDAQ will come down, and it happened. And of course, one counter in particular that I was very adamant, pretty straightforward to tell you that I'm very worried on this Tesla. And you can see from it itself, let me just color it properly, Tesla. All right. Because I believe that Tesla share will be going down, and truth be told, Tesla yesterday hit 162 level, down by 10%. So why? Because I've been telling you this, even though Tesla tried to cut down their costing for their vehicle, well, to a lot of people say that because of that, there'll be an increase of sales. I say that yes and no, because most likely it's because the sales is going down. That's the reason why if you cut sales further, you may be giving the wrong signal to people. And of course, recently with all the little negative news from Tesla cars and the way they cut their prices so dramatic, almost like the 4th time in a year, this is not going to help people's confidence. This is going to make people feel very, very bad. It's just like if you have going for branded stuff and you just bought a bag for this price and next month the price went lower, for the same bag, how do you feel then? I don't think anyone will feel good about this, all right? So let's take a look. So it was a mixed bag of corporate earnings that causes this, but primary, right, is still on Tesla because the electric vehicle maker cut prices on certain cars during its recent quarterly period. The company posted more than a 20% decline in the net income from a year ago. That is again very, very stunning, but not a surprise to me because I already tell you that it will be happening. So of course, the real test coming out next week will be the earnings season, the wrap up for the big technology companies, right? We have this Microsoft and rest. But still, nonetheless, you look back and you look at what happened. The bank share was so good, the share hardly moved. We have some of the retail sales numbers are pretty good, but the share hardly moved. So all these speak for itself. So do you think that the technology company can be doing any better? I really don't think so. Even there is, right, I believe this forward will be not that fantastic. All right, that's my personal opinion. So that's the reason why, remember, I posted Tesla chart to you guys, and I said that Tesla at 210 is a very strong resistance. Every time when it reached down there itself, there will be some selling. And recently, Tesla failed to even go to 10, already made me very, very suspicious on this move. And I said that, guys, if you can just sell Tesla and wait for a while. And in fact, I said Tesla, the first, it will go to 173, and then it may go to 142. Remember, that was what I mentioned just a few days ago. And of course, you can look back at what I shared, nothing to hide. And the thing is this, now you can see for yourself what happened. Let's take a look. Okay, there's some animation issue here. Okay, we can see right now the earnings came out really surprising, really negative. And of course, overnight, the share price, this was 2 days ago, the price jumped down to 184 and continued slide yesterday to 160. So 162, I think. Yeah, so all these speak for itself why we were very concerned about Tesla back then. So Tesla net income and earnings dropped by 20% from last year. This is not a good sign at all. And you can see that the earning per share itself, right, has adjusted. So all these things tells you that things are really not doing as well as for as what Tesla boss says. And of course, with this Elon Musk selling billions of dollars of Tesla holding to finance Twitter is also one of the main concern factor that a lot of investors actually decided to take their funds out from Tesla. So all these doesn't go well, right? Not only that, now SpaceX Starship, which is actually belongs to Elon Musk, have just exploded during their first flight test. Now, this is just so coincidence is that their earnings are not fantastic. And the next thing is their SpaceX Starship actually got caught into flame, right? So you can see on this channel, New Asia, that it really, really, I would just say that, wow, okay, amazing. Let me just bring it to you, that video for 1 minute. Here we go. All right, this is from China News Asia. Oh, this is in the video is here. Okay, let's take a look.
Space firm's Super Heavy booster rocket with its Starship vehicle. The two parts were supposed to separate, with the Starship planned to execute a 90-minute daily flight into space.
As of right now, we are awaiting stage separation. Where Starship should separate from Super Heavy booster.
But less than 4 minutes into flight, a live webcast showed the upper stage Starship failed to separate as designed from the lower stage Super Heavy, and the combined vehicle was seen flipping end over end.
We should have had separation by now. Obviously, this is does not appear to be a nominal situation.
A peak altitude of nearly 20 miles.
Okay, so sorry for the sound system, but basically the segment supposed to split, but it did not, and then it integrated in the ball of fire. All right. But what I love is Elon Musk, the way he said this. In fact, he says that it was a success when he went up in the sky. And he says that it's an exciting test launch of Starship. And he learned a lot for the next test launch in a few months. This is really, this is what we call 格局很大的人, or people who have really can see things much bigger. All right, he says that, oh, well, okay, no problem. You learn a lot from this for the next one, and he was still a success. I mean, it's like how Edison says, all right, he did not invent a light bulb in 1,000 times, but he just took 999 times to make it better. So this is the people that you can trust that he will make it big or bigger in the time to come. But of course, putting this aside, right, we must look at what Tesla, what people say about Tesla right now. There's some PowerPoint issues. Give me a moment, yeah. Oh dear, hold on a minute. Okay, so apparently Oh dear, hold on a minute. Huh? Okay. Okay, here we go. There's some issue here earlier. Okay, so apparently from Tesla earnings, right, we can see that the company has lowered down in 20% level. And of course, at the same time, you can see that the total market share in select European countries has already trended upwards, but now it's hard to take downwards movement, and this from Goldman Sachs. And in fact, Goldman Sachs has just basically lowered their EPS estimate for 2023, 24, 25. And the number, if we do it into numbering, is basically telling you that the Tesla share should worth about $90. So that is ridiculous. That's where we are right now. It's $160 to say $90 is a little bit too low, right? But again, this is from Goldman Sachs. You always must give at least 20 to 30% buffer, yeah? And you can see right now, right? Basically, they are all the prices for their long-range Model Y has really dropped quite a bit, right? So they cut down USA. They also reduce in China. Germany and France are all trying to stabilize, but France down a little bit. So by lowering price is never a good sign for any business. Although you may say you're trying for market share, but you take a while to adjust, yeah. And the thing is this, unless you are a big fan, because Getty Wood says that Tesla could hit 2,000 by 2027. So because of the robo-taxi opportunity, well, I put it this way, let's just cross this first, okay? I'm not kidding I'm not saying that Tesla won't go back to maybe, let's say 300, but you're telling me to go to 2,000 by 2027, I think it's the same thing I'll answer then, how's your Bitcoin right now? So all these things, you just need to listen and just see what happens next. Now, remember, guys, I told you about this guy called Kimbal Musk, right? He is the brother. Now, back then, I think it was during the early April, I said that this chap had just sold shares about averagely about 190 to 175, 190 area or 220 area. I can't remember exactly. But in short, he sold about $17 million worth of Tesla share recently. And I said that, guys, you need to pay attention to the NASDAQ because this guy actually sold off $100 million worth of Tesla during this period of time. And of course, that was the absolute top of the market. And surprisingly, that was where the Tesla share goes down. So of course, one time, maybe two times, you'll be lucky. But what if this continue, right? So the thing is this, I wrote there to everybody during my MAO. I said that, right? For this particular move by this Kimbal, I said that most likely this share, Tesla, will come down to 174 first, and then the next level will be 142. Now, this was written, all right, back then in early April. Remember that? Yeah, I said that in the MAO. For those who remember that, it's all right, good, because that is something that you can validate for me. So the point is this, look at it right now. The share price really came off. Now, why am I at the time was so confident? Because since the price hit about 210, I've been monitoring this guy, and I noticed that the last few days there was some selling because my KSI turned red. And even though the momentum also kicked in, right, I know something is wrong. Then, of course, there was a 2 days rebound right here, which I find very, very suspicious. But when I saw my indicator turns red again, even though the price was consolidating, I know that something is wrong. And because when my KSI is red and my KCX is blue, when these two combine, it's a very bearish signal. And that's something that you will learn during my preview. So when two bearish signals come together, it's all right. You just have to stay on the sell side. And truth be told now, if you are shorted along with us, we were shorting at 190 on Tesla. Now it's at 160. That's already a very good return. So guys, don't you want something like this? Okay. It's just the same thing here. When the KSI was green and there's no KCX, you're right. No matter what people tell you, you just have to be a buyer and a buyer and a buyer and a buyer because nothing has changed during this period of time. So a lot of conventional try to ask you to short the market, but not us. In fact, we want you to buy when it's necessary. So got idea now? You need the system, guys. So why I say King Kimbal is the best, because now someone actually did a back test for all of us and realized that whenever Kimbal sell a Tesla, wow, look at it, for the last 5 times, 4 times itself, the market really for Tesla share really came off. Now I cannot really validate this for the truth, but I believe because this is like, done by one of the highly sought after what they call Twitter guy. So basically, in short itself, right, this guy, he said he's better than Nancy Pelosi because the way he sells is always near the high, and incredibly, the NASDAQ, Tesla share will come down by itself. This is really amazing. But the point is this: if you remember, what I just said to you, right? If Tesla is one of the kingpin of the US market, so if the NASDAQ share is to come off because Kimbal has always sell and always after he sold, the price of Tesla come down. So if the thing is this, if the share price go down further, would that affect more people? Of course it will. So that's the reason why I say we need to watch this guy, watch the big boys indicator, and then do our best for it, right? So now, guys, before we move on, let's take a look at this one here. This is the top one is Tesla shares. The one at the bottom, the blue one, is the NASDAQ. You can see now, incredible. Every time when Tesla share goes down, the NASDAQ will fall. Every time when the Tesla share goes down, wow, look at the selling of the NASDAQ was incredible. Vice versa, right? It also happened back then when you can see that the market here itself, when the Tesla actually bottom out, that was where the NASDAQ bottom out, and of course together they went up. So all these things speak for itself, and that's the reason why now if Tesla shares likely to go down further, what do you think will happen to the NASDAQ? So that's why I think NASDAQ to go down to 12,800 could be next. All right, so traders, you really need to watch out for this. All this information tells you that if you actually know what to do next, you should know what to do for your NASDAQ. Yeah, so this is going to be very important. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening to me. I apologize for my voice. I hope you understand why I say this. Cal signing off. Bye-bye.